John, drops of God, you've given him 7 trials, he makes his debut on the weekend. Have you been pleased with what he's shown you at home?
Yeah, he's taken a while to put it together, so to speak, but I'm happy enough with him, and I think we can't do much more. He might as well go to the races.
His most recent trial, he showed good early speed. Is that the sort of top he is?
Oh, look, he's probably better off following horses, but it just depends what sort of speed's in the race. If there's not a leader there, well, he'll probably have to get up there closer. But for a new horse like that, I think he'd settle quite nicely behind the speed, but he may not be there.
So given you say he's ready to go to the races, do you feel he's ready to go to the races and perform to a good level?
Yeah, he's done enough for that. I mean, the first day is always a bit sort of problematical. You don't always know what you're going to get or how the horse will respond to his first day out. But I think he hasn't shown me anything to be too concerned about.
Courier Wonder, John, takes a step up to group level on the weekend. He's done everything right so far. How confident are you that he can adequately take the step up?
Yeah, I think, well, you know, in a Class 2 race he would carry a heavy weight, and I think to avoid that I just put him in the handicap. I think he run well if he gets an opportunity to do his best, and he's got there a little bit too quickly, but we can't complain about that. That's what good horses do, actually.
Just looking at that last run, he sat behind horses for the first time. Was that all a bit new for him, John?
Yeah, he was a bit strong, but you know, that's sort of ideal for him if he can achieve it. And now he's getting in with the fast horses. Hopefully he can find something that'll lead him.
What do you think of his recent trial, John?
He trialled okay. He's sort of, you know, jumped and was a little bit keen because it was 3 weeks since his race or something, so he was a bit keen. But then he didn't actually relax, but he still was quite governable. You know, the jock could do what he wanted to with him, and I didn't want him to have too strong a trial, so he went to the line fairly easily. And I think that might do him. You know, that might be enough to get him to the races and perform well.
Would this be the last run for the season? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
So beyond this season, then, as he goes to a 4-year-old, do you think he's a sprinter, John, or could he be a classic series horse?
I'd just run him in 1200 metre races until you know, he shows that that's no good to him. But it looks like that's what he is. He's a sprinter, and he's got plenty of speed, and he's strong. That's what he looks like, and that's how he's racing. So I wouldn't be sort of getting too adventurous with him and fiddling around with distances unless he wasn't winning at 1200.
One final question for you then, John. We've seen the sprinting ranks go through a bit of a transition phase here with the retirements of the likes of Beat the Clock and Mr. Stunning. Is this a horse that you feel can take that step up and fill that void?
Well, he shows that at this point because he's got up in the ratings very quickly after 4 starts, and it's just a matter of whether he goes on with it. I can't see any reason why he wouldn't, and that's what we're hoping for. But you sort of learn more about horses the more they race, and obviously he's going the right way, so hopefully he's one of those good sprinters.
Matthew, packing Waltham, was he unlucky last time?
Yeah, he was slightly unlucky. We half had a gap at the top of the straight. He just didn't seem to attack the line and the gap pretty that well, so when it closed it just gave us we just had to go for another run, which came a bit late onto the outside.
Could you get a feel that day as to how effectively he ran the 2400 metres?
He felt like he got it without a problem. He's always given that indication, so we're not going into it without any concerns about the distance.
So stepping up to Group 1 level, it looks a fairly even sort of a field. You've had a bit to do with him. What do you make of his hopes?
The horse, he's kept improving since the last few runs, and he seems to be going to the race as well as he can be. He still needs to take a step up, and in order to beat the higher rated horses, Exultant especially, and Columbus County. So the 4-year-olds like to just have to step up a couple of lengths just to put themselves in the picture. But happy with him, and as I said, he's come on with his last couple of runs, so fingers crossed, and get a nice run, and we can show them something.
Just as far as the run is concerned, you've drawn 8. What do you do from there with him?
I have to talk to the connections first and find out what they want to do. I would think he would probably have to be ridden a bit more quiet rather than positive, but I said I've got to talk to the connections, see what they want to do, and see what the plan is.
You've won this race before, 8 years ago in California memory. He's a great horse for you, wasn't he?
Yes, and it was a very long time ago, so I need to find another one. So hopefully packing can push us on the right way.
Harry, big 2, you rode him on debut. What did you make of that performance?
I thought it was a taking performance for his first run. He took it all in his stride and got into a relatively nice position. I was 3 wide, but I had a bit of cover around the bend. But he ran on all the way through the line. I think he should naturally take a good step forward from that. Pleased to see him over the same trip again, and I think he should run a big race.
And he's drawn a better gate this time around. Is he the type of horse you can make use of the better position?
Yeah, I think from draw 1 we can certainly jump and get a handy position. He seemed quick enough into his stride on his first run, so he should be sharper this time.
And you mentioned that he sticks to 1400 metres this time around. Does he feel like a miler or a horse who's going to get over a bit more ground in the future? I
think he can definitely step up, whether it be after this run or further down the line. But he certainly is a horse that feels to me would get further. But I thought he was quite sharp on his debut, and naturally he's going to be a lot sharper this time. So I think the 1400's a good step.
And you get a taste of Group 1 action here in Hong Kong on Sunday as well. You rode Time Warp in the Champions and Chadwick Cup. What do you make of his hopes?
Yeah, well, he made all on in the QE2 Cup last time and was in front till the 200 metre pole. So he ran, I thought, a mighty race. I imagine probably be very handy again from barrier 1. But it's great to be in the race. Obviously a small field, and hoping he can put up a big performance.
And you've been riding here for over a month now, 2 winners. How are you enjoying life as a jockey here in Hong Kong?
Really enjoying things so far. It's a steep learning curve, and there's plenty to take in, but I'm certainly learning the ropes every day, and really enjoying my time.
Joe, Killer B, with 200 metres left to go in that race last time out, did you think he could win?
I was hoping. Of course, it was going to be hard, been giving so much head start to the horse that ran second to him. I gotta admit that I doubted, but he shows that he's got so much quality and ability on himself, and he got there. Only good horse can do what he's done, you know.
So do you think he's a good horse, Joe?
I think he is. I think he's a horse for everybody else to get excited about for the near future.
He's got 9 pounds extra carry this time around. Looking at the weekend's race, what are your confidence levels like with him?
The confidence is quite high. I think if he's able to produce what he's done last time, he might win again. The extra weight on his back, actually, I don't think is going to damage his chances too much, because he's such a big and strong horse. He's not going to find too difficult to carry that. So, yeah, looks like we're going there with a great winning chance once again.
And congratulations on Wednesday night, a fabulous 5-timer. As far as the jockey's title is concerned, how important for you was Wednesday?
First of all, thank you so much. Of course, it's always important to have a good bunch of winners in just one day. That gives you a morale, rise you up, and gets you a bit more excited, you know. I can't wait to get on the weekend and sit on the horse's back once again. It is very important, you know. It's when you're fighting for the championship, you got to keep on winning races, otherwise others just go past you, and I've experienced that in the past. I surely don't want it to happen again, and I will just keep on pushing all the way to the finishing.